The Lakeport Plantation home, located in Lake Village, Arkansas, was built in 1859 for Lydia and Lycurgus Johnson. When their house was built, they used enslaved labor to grow and harvest cotton and other crops. By 1860, there were 155 enslaved laborers working from sunup to sundown, farming, tending to livestock, and clearing trees to turn into more farmland. After the Civil War ended slavery in 1865, many enslaved laborers continued working at Lakeport and were paid wages for their labor. Lakeport, like many plantations, opened a commissary at the back of the house. A commissary is a store that sells things that people need, like food. Farm workers could come to the commissary to collect their wages and then could buy what they needed at the same time. The items we have on display are items that were sold at commissaries in the 1930s and 40s. As you will see, shopping at a commissary nearly 90 years ago was much different than shopping at a grocery store today. Throughout the commissary, prices are written on the walls. Sometimes the product is listed with them. Here we have a note for 35 cents a pound for meat, Spam for 55 cents, and 35 cents for peanut butter. Glass jars were a common item that have a wide variety of uses, and we still use them today. People would use glass jars to preserve food from gardens to last through the winter. This is still done today, but is not as common. When Lakeport was built in 1859, electricity wasn't available for houses yet. It wasn't until the 1930s and 1940s when homes in rural Arkansas started having electricity, so oil lamps would be used. Oil would be poured into the bowl, and the wick would be lit. A lamp chimney, also called a glass globe, would be placed over the wick to help prevent fires. Sewing and mending clothes was a common chore in the 1930s and 40s. Some people still sew and mend their clothes today. Needles were available to purchase as well as thread for sewing or mending. One item the commissary always had in stock for farm workers was ice-cold sodas such as Coca-Cola and Grapette. Grapette soda was made and bottled in Camden, Arkansas until the 1970s. Some items in the commissary may be familiar, like pepper and Kool-Aid. This packet of Kool-Aid is from the 1930s. Kool-Aid was invented in 1927 and had only 6 flavors. They were grape, lemon lime, cherry, orange, raspberry, and strawberry. This packet is for lemon lime. While some products from the 1930s and 40s are similar to today, some items are no longer available.